sorted when it comes to washing my hands and body, but what about my face? It's the most exposed and obvious part of our body. So many of us are particular about how we wash it.
Clinique. A tea tree oil face wash.
Ooh, la la.
Face, scrub.
Exfoliant?
Exfoliate, that's the one.
What about your face?
I use a special product for that.
So what makes a facial cleanser different to soap or body wash?
Facial washes tend to have less of the sort of more aggressive ingredients in them and more ingredients that offer nourishing qualities to help the skin sort of retain moisture and not dry out.
These include glycerin, plant and mineral oils, silicons, waxes and butters, ingredients widely used in cosmetics and toiletries, generally with no health concerns. But one range of facial cleansers that have some associated health risks are those aimed at curing or at least reducing pimples and acne. Look at that. Pimples occur because skin pores produce oil which mixes with dead skin cells to block the pores. But there's another factor in acne. A particular bacterium thrives in the oily environment, causing inflammation. Some ingredients in acne products deal to the bacteria and inflammation, while others act on the blockages.
Salicylic acid is designed to unplug. It's an acid that loosens the skin cells,
which allows the dead skin to be washed away, clearing blocked pores. However, in removing the outer layer of skin, there's more potential for sun damage. And if used in too high a concentration, it can cause peeling. While salicylic acid unblocks pores, other chemicals deal to the bacteria and inflammation which cause acne, like benzoyl peroxide.
Benzoyl peroxide is an effective anti-acne ingredient, there's no question about that. It does tend to be quite aggressive.
And that's led to a degree of caution around people's use of antibacterial ingredients.
They are not always very well tolerated. In strong enough concentration, they can irritate and cause eczema in probably about 20% of the population.
IRMA lists it as a sensitizer and it can cause irritation. Also, it can bleach hair and clothes. But do acne products actually work? To give us some idea of their effectiveness, we're conducting a simple trial of acne products at Pakuranga College with a group of pimple experts who have experimented with some weird remedies in the past.
I've heard of putting toothpaste on your spot and a plaster over it and sleeping with it.
I've heard from my dad to put lemon on your face. It may burn the spots and clean them.
Doesn't work for me.
This business studies class knows a thing or two about marketing.
There is a lot of claims on products. I don't actually know if they do them.
They tell you that it can clear your skin in a certain number of days.
But do these products deliver on the hype? We split our group of experts into 5 groups to test one product with natural exfoliants and salicylic acid, one that claims to be a mild cleanser, 2 more products containing salicylic acid, one of which claims clearer skin in just 3 days. And finally, a face cloth. We left them to scrub for 5 days. We'll come back to find out whose pimples have been zapped. So what about exfoliants? Is there anything in these facial cleansers that we should be concerned about? Not that long ago, natural ingredients like oatmeal and walnut shells were mainly used in exfoliants. But these days, many exfoliants use tiny plastic beads. Now, while they're incredibly small, they pose an environmental risk because when we wash them off, the beads go down the drain.
A lot of the times they won't be caught by the sewage treatment plant settling ponds and they will go straight into the ocean.
Marine biologist Mary Sewell's investigating the impact of microplastics in cleansers.
Well, the problem is that this plastic can be eaten by lots of really small animals that are in the water.
So the plastic will move up the food chain as a bigger fish eats a small fish with plastic in its gut, and so it goes on, and it's cumulative?
Yeah.
Scientists have found microplastics in seals in the sub-Antarctic, far from human habitation. The concern with this plastic is that it attracts other toxins from the ocean.
It sort of sucks them in.
Okay, so they go, flip, I don't want to be in the water, I want to be on the plastic! Like that. Okay, cool, I got it. So how much plastic is actually in one of these products? Let's take a look back at the lab.
This is a 8-micron filter, which is very, very tiny. Okay, so this is what I've washed off the filter. A lot of that will be the microplastic floating on the surface.
That's the stuff that we're potentially just washing down the drain?
Yes, into the ocean.
So what shall I look for if I want to avoid microplastic?
Well, if it says microbeads on the label, then that's a good indication that it probably does have some kind of plastic in. But to be sure, you look on the ingredient list and you're looking for polyethylene.
Well, this one, conveniently on the front, says gentle microbeads, and I can see polyethylene.
Oh no, this is my favourite, the blackhead clearing scrub with natural sea salt, making it very ocean-like, except for the polyethylene.
Mm-hmm. Is the industry concerned about the use of microbeads in cleansers?
There is no scientific data that establishes either a health risk or an environmental risk from the use of microbeads.
So what options do we have if we want an exfoliant without polyethylene?
Well, you could look for products that don't contain the polyethylene plastic, that have got apricot or walnut or oatmeal. Or you could just use a flannel or body gloves and just wash your face that way.
Back at Pakuranga College, how have our acne products gone? First up, the products without salicylic acid. The face cloth claims a gentle massaging effect.
It's different from others I used before, and I like it very much.
And the mild cleansing gel?
It was really soft on my skin, but it didn't do anything.
I'd have liked to see some pimples go away, but nothing happened.
So how about the products that did contain salicylic acid? The Clean and Clear claims to help fight pimples fast. Any action?
It did most of them, but I didn't have much hope for the big one.
The Clearasil claimed to get to work instantly, but from our sample, the results weren't spectacular.
It kind of dried out my skin a lot, but it didn't really get rid of any spots.
And the Natural Scrub, which claims to prevent blemishes.
I did feel the difference. My skin was smoother.
For a scrub, it was really good.
So was there any difference between products with or without salicylic acid? Although it was a simple trial, on the whole, the products with did seem to get rid of more pimples, but some also dried out the skin. So what have I learnt about soaps and cleansers? First, it's not necessary to use soap all over my body every time I shower, as it removes protective oils. For normal skin, ordinary soap is just as effective as antibacterial. If you've got sensitive skin, a synthetic liquid soap is gentler. As for hand sanitizers, they're okay if you're away from water, but no substitute for washing your hands with soap. And when it comes to scrubs, I'll be opting for Au Naturel. For information regarding tonight's show, visit tv3.co.nz or pick up this week's Sunday Star Times.